So unfortunately, the other watermelons that I cut, which you can see here, that footage, not exactly the most usable. Didn't turn out too great. So, you missed most of the watermelon cutting fun because full body trackers, gotta be very careful, actually didn't make anything look better. But more than anything, it changed the POV of what I'm seeing, and that made cutting things much more difficult, much more dangerous. As you can see, I'm able to cut like this normally, and I can see what I'm doing. And my arm, both my arms, don't look broken. So, like I was explaining in that lost footage, we got these watermelons. I'm not a big fan of watermelon by itself, but it'll go good in smoothies. I did leave some aside that we can just eat normally in a container that I had some pineapple in. Obviously, you can get pineapple pre-sliced, but it'll cost more. Usually, anyway. It's not that much work to just cut it yourself. That being said, I'm pretty bad when it comes to cutting things. In general. I don't know what it is. I've just always been pretty rough when it came to cutting, coloring, all of that. Anything that requires like extreme precision, not the best at. Cut this 3 different ways. I know it looks dangerous, but trust me, I know what I'm doing. The rind guide your blade. That comes right off, you see? Now this blade was really sharp when I first started using it earlier today, but I can tell that it's being worn down a little bit. And now that we just have the melanin, it's going into a smoothie, so I don't really care too much about the shape of it or anything. Edible arrangements would not hire me. That is okay. Another way that I like to do it. Great. Take these pieces that I know that we don't want. Keep your cutting board nice and clean. That keeps it safe. I'm also pretty sure that you're supposed to put like a cloth underneath the cutting board to keep it from sliding around, but generally speaking, I don't have that problem. One quarter down. Can we just cheat and do a whole quarter? Kinda. This one's extra soft. Pretty good with that one, I think. One of the downsides with getting so much free fruit, or just so much fruit in general, free or not. Wait a second, that's really good. I don't know what it is. Every time we get a batch of fruit, flies. Bugs, mostly flies. It is really good. I try my best not to perpetuate any stereotypes, but good fruit is good fruit. It is what it is. I think I might set this aside for my smoothie. Yeah, I'm keeping that. That's for me. That's gonna be for me. No, but when I was a kid, my dad got this gigantic watermelon. I mean, huge monstrosity watermelon. The type of thing that you cut up and give to like an entire party of people. For a party. And it was basically me, him, my sister, and my mom. We had this giant thing cut up into fours. Forced us to eat it, and that made, at least me, really not care for watermelon as much as I otherwise would have. Just too much watermelon to have in one sitting. So while I will take a piece and eat it, I'm not jumping for joy every time watermelon gets brought out. But it is supposed to be really good for you, so. Good cut. See? Maybe I'm not so bad at this after all. I cut myself a little bit of slack. So, I'm gonna go ahead and put some of this in smoothie. I was asking about what you're supposed to put in with what fruits. And I guess the bottom line comes down to whatever fruits you have will go. Like I have frozen peaches, frozen strawberries, and frozen bananas. And up until recently, up until I asked, I've just been taking random fruit and throwing it in there. And it'll come out good. If it's not broke, don't fix it. Alright. Last watermelon has been cut. Obviously, I think it'd be pretty boring if I just cut a single watermelon. Doesn't make for a great video. Would have been fine if the other footage turned out, but it didn't. So I'm gonna go get my blender and those other fruits. We're gonna make a... Okay. So I'm back. I decided to leave the bananas out of the equation this time. For no particular reason, other than the blender itself isn't like the largest. So, as you can kind of see, it's going to be a stretch to fit peaches, strawberries, and watermelon in there as it is. Banana, I'd have to do half of the banana, and then I'd have to like store half that one banana. It'd be a whole thing. Next time. I know a lot of people don't like adding bananas to their smoothie because the banana flavor overpowers it. Well, today I'm gonna find out if that's true or not. This is a Ninja personal blender thing. I'm a big fan of this because you saw what I was able to do with the coffee ice cubes. Watermelon is in. Peaches. As you can see, the peach slices aren't the biggest. It's okay. See how full it is already, and we haven't even added our strawberries yet. There. Now, if you have fresh fruit, obviously you want to do fresh fruit. And one of the other things that I'm going to do, actually, is a lot of times when I'm recording, I do NVIDIA broadcast, aka RTX voice. And that removes out a bunch of background noise like machines, barking, things like that. What I'm gonna do is go out on a limb risk the recording, risk everything, and I'm gonna turn that off. No background, no noise removal. No noise removal at all. Pure raw audio. Because I want you to hear what this sounds like. Get this in. Get it on. Right. Power. It's kind of hard to see. And here we go. So kind of got it blended up. Oh, there's more room for stuff now. Maybe there was room for bananas after all. Strawberries, peaches. Now, if it sounds like this thing was struggling, that's because it probably is. Wish that it wouldn't struggle, because I'll be honest, I still get nervous when it comes to blenders after the whole blade in the wall situation. I trust Ninja more than I trust... I don't remember what the brand of that blender was now. I think that the blade is blocked. Fix. That's the sound we want. Okay. This is something that I've been noticing with like hard frozen fruit, is that it really struggles to blend those up. But maybe I should start leaving the fruit out for a little bit so I can get a little softer before I put it in the blender. Looks good. But I can tell that the watermelon is overpowering it, for sure. need some water to help it out a little bit. You can do some form of milk. I know that's popular. Makes it smoother, makes it more creamy. There we go. Now we got a milk there. Not a milkshake. Smoothie. Okay. Once again, I can't drink it with the headset on, but I'm going to go back and drink this. The watermelon is cut up, so I'm going to get this added to the freezer. And I'll have fruit or when I need it later. Feel free to make fun of my cutting skills down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all in another video.